Hey guys, this is Amit and you are watching Tech Dad. In this video, we are going to compare between Xiaomi Mi 11 Lite versus Poco X3 Pro, and we will discuss which one is better in camera, performance, display, body of the devices, features, communication chips, and about the prices. In the end of the video, I will tell you which one is better according to me. So watch this video till the end. So without wasting any time, let's start the video. Let the comparison start with the camera of the devices. Talking about the rear camera of the devices, 11 Lite have triple camera setup, 64 megapixel of wide camera, 8 megapixel of ultra wide camera and 5 megapixel of macro camera. Whereas X3 Pro comes with quad camera setup, 48 megapixel of wide camera, 8 megapixel of ultra wide camera, 2 megapixel of macro camera and 2 megapixel of depth sensor. So the winner here is X3 Pro because it have quad camera setup. And about the front camera of the devices, 11 Lite have 16 megapixel of wide camera, whereas X3 Pro have 20 megapixel of wide camera. So without a doubt, the winner here is X3 Pro because it can take low noisy photos in low light conditions. Let's talk about the camera features of the devices. 11 Lite have dual LED flash, HDR and panorama, whereas X3 Pro also have dual LED flash, HDR and panorama. So it's a tie. And about the video recording options in the devices, 11 Lite can shoot 4K video max at 30 fps, Full HD video max at 120 fps with gyro electronic image stabilization. Whereas X3 Pro can shoot 4K video max at 30 fps, Full HD video max at 240 fps with gyro electronic image stabilization. So the winner here is X3 Pro because it can record in high fps. Moving to the performance of the devices, let's start with the operating system of the devices. 11 Lite have Android 11 support, on the other side X3 Pro have 11 support. So I will call it a tie. And about the user interface of the devices, 11 Lite have MIUI, whereas X3 Pro have MIUI too. So it's a tie because both the devices have approximately the same interface. Let's talk about the processor of the devices. 11 Lite is powered by Snapdragon 732G 5G based on 8nm processor, whereas X3 Pro is powered by Snapdragon 865G based on 7nm processor. So the winner here is X3 Pro because it have flagship processor which gives you faster processing speed. And about the GPU of the devices, 11 Lite is packed with Adreno 618, whereas X3 Pro is packed with Adreno 640. So the winner here is X3 Pro because it can give you much more FPS in games. Let's talk about the clock speed of the devices. 11 Lite can clock at 2.3 GHz based on octa-core Creo chipset, whereas X3 Pro can clock at 2.96 GHz based on octa-core Creo chipset. So the winner here is X3 Pro because it have faster clock speed. And about the RAM variants in the devices, 11 Lite have 3 options, 4, 6 and 8 GB, whereas X3 Pro have 2 options, 6 and 8 GB. So the winner here is 11 Lite because it have multi-RAM option. Let's talk about the internal storage of the devices. 11 Lite comes with 64 and 128 GB of storage, whereas X3 Pro have 2 options, 128 and 256 GB. So the winner here is X3 Pro because it have faster read and write speed. And about the external storage of the devices, 11 Lite have shared card slot, whereas X3 Pro have shared card slot too. So it's a tie. Moving to the display features of the devices, let's start with the display size of the devices. 11 Lite have 6.55 inches of display, whereas X3 Pro have 6.67 inches of display. So the winner here is X3 Pro because it have bigger screen size. And about the screen to body ratio of the devices, 11 Lite have 85.3%, whereas X3 Pro have 84.6%. So it's a tie because both of the devices have approximately the same ratio. Let's talk about the screen resolution of the devices. 11 Lite comes with Full HD Plus display, on the other side X3 Pro have Full HD Plus display. So it's a tie. And about the display type of the devices, 11 Lite have AMOLED display having 90Hz of refresh rate with HDR10 support, whereas X3 Pro have IPS LCD display having 120Hz of refresh rate with HDR10 support. So the winner here is 11 Lite because it have AMOLED which can produce more sharper images and viewing angles are better in this, and the color vibrance is much more better than IPS LCD. Moving to the body features of the devices, let's start with the thickness of the devices. 11 Lite comes with 6.8 mm of thickness, whereas X3 Pro have 9.4 mm of thickness. So the winner here is 11 Lite because it have slimmer body. Talking about the weight of the devices, 11 Lite comes with 156 grams of weight, whereas X3 Pro comes with 215 grams of weight. So the winner here is 11 Lite because it have lower body weight. And about the protective glass of the devices, 11 Lite comes with Gorilla Glass 5, whereas X3 Pro comes with Gorilla Glass 6. So the winner here is X3 Pro because it have newer generation of glass which is more durable than its older generation. Let's talk about the build quality of the devices. 11 Lite comes with glass back with plastic frame, whereas X3 Pro have plastic back with plastic frame. So the winner here is 11 Lite because it have solid build quality. And about the SIM options in the devices, both of the devices have dual nano SIM support, so it's a tie. Moving to some of the most important features of the devices, let's start with the fingerprint scanner of the devices. 11 Lite have side mounted fingerprint scanner, on the other side X3 Pro have side mounted fingerprint scanner, so it's a tie. And about the sensors in the devices, 11 Lite have accelerometer, gyroscope, proximity and compass, whereas X3 Pro have accelerometer, gyroscope, proximity and compass. So again it's a tie. Let's talk about the battery capacity of the devices. 11 Lite have 4520 mAh of battery capacity, whereas X3 Pro have 1500 mAh of battery capacity. So the winner here is X3 Pro because it have bigger battery capacity. Let's talk about the charging speed of the devices. 11 Lite have 33 watts of fast charging, whereas X3 Pro have 33 watts of fast charging. So it's a tie because both of the devices can charge up your device at the same watts. Let's talk about the loudspeaker of the devices. 11 Lite comes with dual speakers, whereas X3 Pro have stereo speakers. So the winner here is X3 Pro because it can produce immersive sound. And about the headphone jack of the devices, 11 Lite did not have any, whereas X3 Pro have. So the winner here is X3 Pro. Moving to the communication chips in the devices, starting with the WLAN of the devices. Both of the devices comes with Wi-Fi AC, dual band Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi direct and hotspot. So it's a tie. And about the Bluetooth version of the devices, 11 Lite have 5.1 generation of Bluetooth, whereas X3 Pro have 5th generation of Bluetooth. So the winner here is 11 Lite because it have new generation of Bluetooth. Let's talk about the positioning chips in the devices. 11 Lite have a GPS, GLONASS, Galileo and BDS, whereas X3 Pro have a GPS, GLONASS, Galileo and BDS. So it's a tie. And about the USB connectivity of the devices, 11 Lite comes with 2nd gen of Type-C connector with OTG support, whereas X3 Pro also have 2nd gen of Type-C connector with OTG support. So it's a tie. Moving to the price of the devices in the international market, 11 Lite is around $270, whereas X3 Pro is available from $220. In the Indian market, 11 Lite have starting range from 22,000 rupees, whereas X3 Pro is available from 20,000 rupees. So the conclusion of the video is, in the camera the winner is X3 Pro, in the performance the winner is X3 Pro, in the display it's a tie, in the body segment the winner is 11 Lite, in the features of the device it's a tie, in the communication chips it's a tie, and about the prices the winner is X3 Pro. So the decision is totally yours, which device you like the most so far, and let me know in the comment below what do you think which device is better for you. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you like our content, please like our video, share this video, subscribe to our channel, comment what you thought in the comment below. If you're watching this video on Facebook, please like our page TechDad, and if you want to follow me on Instagram, here's my Instagram ID on the screen. This is Amit and I will see you guys on the next one. Till then, bye.